good people in the fine day in the year of the Paradigm Tooling Day, Bravo Day, but not only the normal cars, you know me as the man who is excited to bring you the first of the Ticket to Paradise editions of Rebellion. AWE Rebellion continues tonight, and we are on the beaten path, and as such, King Dedede surely will be facing off against another mystery opponent. This time, it's still hammer time. Will Dedede pick up a victory? Both sets of the Tag Team Championship match participants set for an Iron Man bout are in action. Hu Tao and Burnus the Flame Tribe will go toe-to-toe with Yuri and Crazy Oko Extra Large, and the Tag Team Champions go toe-to-toe with Mew and Clover tonight. We have a golden ticket qualifier between Glamrock, Freddy, Arataki, Itto, and Ganondorf, and Tartaros has asked for this specifically, a one-on-one match with his old rival. They've never done it one-on-one. They almost had a little 1v1 in a triple threat match. This time it's official. It's champion versus champion. It's Golden versus Tartaros. And it's all tonight. However, I would be remiss to not mention this, but we did get some footage from backstage, so without further ado, let's check it out right here. And without a shadow of a doubt, we have to just assume that that's an imposter, because Shuichi is dead. And this has to be the same imposter that has been making Sakura's life torment for the better half of the first quarter of this year. Something's got to be done about this, and I know Sakura's on the hunt for this imposter. Sakura, as we saw in the last, honestly, in 3 or 4 weeks, hasn't had her mind in the game. Let Sayaka defeat her this past Friday again in a gauntlet match. Let Firefly defeat her after she tried to leave the ring, almost as if she has a problem with being in the ring in a second. In fact, I think it is worth noting that this Friday we will be having Sakura take the mic, stand in the ring, and give her opinion of what's going on tonight. Sakura Speaks this Friday at Fracture. Also, a couple other things for Fracture. This Friday, Cassius will name his challenger for the AWE All-Star Championship. We got a whole lot happening this Friday, including after the shocking, the shocking revelations this past Friday at Inferno, Miku, Cherry, one-on-one. They go at it. Will Cherry bleed for Miku? Unknown. Mona was dragged by Miku into the back. I'm sorry, into medical, which is in the back. This past Saturday morning, I believe, just yesterday morning, was flagged down by Navia, our general manager of Fracture, saying, hey, you got a hefty fine coming your way, and instead of suspending you right here and now, Cherry wants to potentially give you what you want, so those two are going at it this Friday. A little surprising to me, but this Friday, let's see how it all plays out. But that is all things that are happening this Friday, which should be a stacked edition of Fracture. We have a very fun edition of Rebellion right here, right now. So let's get into it. We also know that this Friday will be the start of your votes in action. 2 triple threat matches. Well, not kick off the show. We know what's kicking off the show. We'll be going this Friday. In fact, kicking off the show will also be King Dedede in a match, much like what's about to happen right now as the stars go. Black. Dedede had a wild competitor for his first bout.
Is a 2 out of 3 falls match, making his way to the ring from out of this world, weighing in at 500 pounds, King.
500 pounds? Yo, that's a heavy penguin. I didn't hear that the first couple of times. But ladies and gentlemen, the king is here. King Dedede. I'm gonna put this right over there real quick. Dedede faced off against Dio, and it was indeed a JoJo reference this past Friday, as Dedede was murdered by Dio. Luckily, he's still cleared, ready to go. Will he have as intense an opponent tonight is the real question. We'll find out together as Dedede looks to use his hammer to pick up his first victory in the AWE. Right now, he's only picked up losses. Will that change tonight when he goes up against... Okay, some sick drums.
And his opponent from parts unknown.
Oh my gosh.
228 pounds.
We had Dio, and now we have JoJo. Mojo JoJo. Never in my wildest dreams would I have assumed that Mojo JoJo would be coming out after Dio, which is kind of hilarious. Is this also a JoJo reference? Mojo JoJo walks down to the ring confidently, soaking it all in. There he is. Go monkey go. I have very few words. Somebody call the Powerpuff Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dedede, it's Mojo JoJo. Words cannot describe how I'm feeling right now. As Mojo JoJo with a strong clothesline, and Dedede responds in tow. Waiting for the monkey to get up. It is a battle of the species, penguin versus monkey. But JoJo gets out of it. Mojo JoJo starting to take it. Oh my gosh, look at the combinations, the strikes by Mojo JoJo, but the heavy hands of Dedede. A punch right to that cranium. We know the Powerpuff Girls have broken that helmet so many times, exposes the massive brain of Mojo JoJo. And King Dedede looking to do exactly the same as he uses those cheeks to nearly flatten. Ugh. Mojo JoJo trying to go for a quick pinfall. That's one. That's, ooh, not two. Not two, not yet. Once again, Mojo JoJo, first time competing here in the AWE. You know, honestly, big fan. I'm a big fan of my boy Mojo JoJo, tossed on the outside of the ring. Reckless abandon, and you know, the second they get out here, Dedede is saying, It's hammer time. He's gonna clobber that Mojo Jojo with a hammer right to the midsection. Hey, at this point, fighting the Powerpuff Girls might have been easier for him. Ooh. Able to get out of the way, but oh my gosh, just runs right into him like running into a brick wall. Mojo able to scoop through, rolls into a pinfall. Clyde for one, for two. Ooh, I thought for a second he might have been able to steal it. Steal the first fall in this fight. Big kicks by Mojo Jojo. Tossing Dedede to the ground. Dedede does have that signature, so Mojo's got to stay on top of him, try and work his way back up in this fight. Big kick right into the chest. And Mojo Jojo looks like he's going for a little hammer himself. The hammer time commences. And oh, hold on. Dedede able to get right back up, but he's sent right back down. As he's looking what looks like for a power bomb. Oh no, not into the post. No, don't do it into the post. No, oh my gosh. Dedede, my goodness, sent him back first into the post with a power bomb. The massive, the giant Dedede went for that leg drop though. Mojo with the reversal could be turning this whole thing around because of it, but a knee by Dedede carries Mojo Jojo over towards the apron as well. He's using not hammers as weapons, he's using the entire ring as a weapon against Mojo Jojo. Mojo still fighting on. The crowd both screaming for King Dedede, but they also scream, "Go Monkey Go." Who's walking out on top of this one in this battle of the species? The strength of Mojo Jojo sends him down, lifts him up. We talked just a second about the strength of Mojo Jojo, but Dedede with the reversal. Mojo needed that too. Especially because Mojo now in a bear hug. Dedede trying to snap the monkey in two, able to get out of it. An elbow right to the head, and again right to the skull, and a double chop to the ears, and a single leg drop kick to the face of Dedede. Dedede not faster on that exchange either. Right now, Mojo's going wild. He's running wild on King Dedede. He knows he gotta work his way back up in this fight. Dedede has the finisher on lock. Open a heavy-handed strikes, but a reversal by Mojo Jojo. Big ol' hands connecting again, but this time Dedede reverses too. Two icons from many people's childhoods. As Mojo just gets squashed with that slam, but whips the legs, whips the flippers of King Dedede. And look at that, the monkey flip! Did you see the height? Go Monkey Go! Into the pinfall, ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2. Dedede almost went through the table with that height on the monkey flip. That's the highest height of any monkey flip in the AWE. Go Monkey Go. Mojo Jojo tried to use that sledgehammer, but Dedede just a step too fast. And now again with that bear hug, trying to get resiliency burned on Mojo. He's still able to get out of it, saying, no, your fins are a little too slick. He ain't gonna keep me down. Ooh, and a single leg dropkick again. Dedede stands right back up, flattens Mojo, and tries to go for the pinfall here. Admittedly, this late in the match, 1, 2, could be resiliency. No, Mojo kicks out. Dedede behind himself saying, how do I win matches here? At this point, he seems confused. A step faster, but Dedede a whole lot stronger. And then double axe handle to the ground. Just using his big old flippers with reckless abandon. Is he again going for that power bomb? Last time, it went into a post. This time, oh no. Oh no, onto the barricade. Did you see him bounce? His back. His back, man. You know, earlier today, I think we said it might have been better for Mojo to fight the Powerpuff Girls, and now I'm starting to believe that. Mojo had a great, a great start, and he's looking for that signature, and bam! Turns him inside out and celebrates, saying, yeah, I got him. If he goes for the pinfall, this could be the first fall. And that's 1. That's 2, and that's Dedede has suffered another fall. Dedede has not gotten to fall in these open challenges yet. And if this monkey flip connects as he goes sky high, it might be all over. Go, monkey, go, and Dedede is gone. Penguin gone. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in a world where, I'll tell you what, he impressed. To say that he impressed is the truth. He beat Dedede, who has not been able to get a single pinfall in his open challenge so far. He's got a long way to go. But he's lost to 2 JoJo references. Congratulations to, I guess, Mojo Jojo. Shocking appearance, but man, he's pretty good. He is admittedly pretty good. Alright, I think we gotta move on with our show. Once again, all I can say is, go monkey go. What a show. Yo, Mojo might have to come back. Man's with that monkey flip went crazy. Give me the stars. His monkey flip went crazy. Especially for a 500-pound penguin, he sent him to the moon with that monkey flip. Go monkey go. Let's get out of here. Congratulations once again to Mojo. Dedede is he's got a long road ahead of him, I suppose. But let's get this thing started. It is Yuri and Crazy Yoko Extra Large versus the Flame Tribe. They go 2-on-2 tonight. Both, I guess, the Flame Tribe and the Tag Team Champions wanted some action before their big night, or I guess their big fight night on May 3rd at Ticket to Paradise. Tonight, they go up against a team that is kind of melded together after another team had fallen apart. So without further ado, as the stars go black, let's see how this match plays out. Well, there's the Flame Tribe, and out comes Long Story, of course. Of course, they couldn't even make it to the ring before getting assaulted by these two. Clover probably incensed that she just got embarrassed the last time she was in the ring by Crazy Yoko Extra Large. They're in action tonight. They're literally in action tonight, and they still have the time to say, all right, biggest haters of all time. Mew, we already knew she was the biggest hater of all time. And it looks like they're still saying, hey, yeah, let's go on. And they are a little bit busted up from it, too. You saw Yuri holding that lower back, but they're still going for it. They're still going on. And it begins. Flame Tribe looks like they might have an easy time of this, but you know what? Don't count Yuri out. But don't count the Flame Tribe out. They ended the incredibly long reign of the Racket of Solm. In the other corner. Tag's been made. They know they're going to need to make some quick tags. As they go into the ropes, sends a Hutao flying and goes back down. XL with a nice elbow drop to the chest. XL picked up a big victory at a previous Inferno over Clover. Looked like she had her spunk back and had some incredible kickouts. We'll see if she's able to do well against, essentially, the contenders for the titles. You gotta imagine if you can beat the contenders or the champions tonight, you might have a future tag team championship opportunity down the road to AV Mania, because we're officially on that build-up right after Ticket to Paradise. Only a couple months after that until AV Mania 4, as we see a pinfall for just one. Just one. Rumble winner Burn is tagged in. Big chops, but XL returns fire. Walks slowly but certainly towards Bernice. Sends her face first, head first into the turnbuckle and starts to relentlessly go at our Rumble winner. And hold on, she might actually stun Bernice. No. Bernice with a reverse DDT. Oh my gosh, you see her kind of ricochet? Loki almost glitched, but the long legs of XL able to grab Bernice, send her down into a pinfall situation, and the both of them hitting strikes at the same time, the long legs of XL and the gritty punches of Yuri, but still Bernice able to come out on top of it. Bernice, I think, now realizing the danger of those legs, going after XL might be good practice for their Iron Woman match. For 30 minutes, they'll have to be in the ring with the Racket of Solm. That can be a moment where they embarrass you. It could be like 20 pins to none and a quick roll-up. It might be great practice to try and eliminate somebody's legs in a match like that. You want to weaken the leg power of the one and only Marin. Tags. Oh no, tags not been made. Everybody going after the legs today. But you know what? I take it all back. You have to remember, Hu Tao's got that last will kick. That's actually a great strategy from XL. Not going for the tag, and also pretty good strategy, allowing, ooh, knee strike off the ropes, and oh my gosh, decapitates Hu Tao. She might need a coffin of her own, and this is what I was talking about. After the attack, she let Yuri almost essentially be entirely healed up. That's what they needed in this fight. They needed a strong woman, and Hu Tao saying, it doesn't matter how healed up you are, I'll make sure you're right back down into the red. As, ooh, not a tag being made, a scoop slam. No, the tree of woe. Not often we see people go here. Oh no. And by going here, she's going all the way across the ring. Hu Tao saying, high risk, all reward, coast to coast. Hu Tao may have landed on that back wrong, but boy did it hurt Yuri too. The audience eating this up. We have the two who have become a premier tag team in the AWE, our premier faction in the Flame Tribe. And we're seeing Yuri, who's, you know, some people claim one of the greatest in the AWE, one of the greatest to never win the title, headbutts Yuri and brings her back up before she falls down into a big slam. Bernice is going wild tonight. Into the ring, and now a tag's been made, and I want to point out both Hu Tao and Bernice both have signatures, big kick, and another clothesline, and they're still not done. Combinations, and the combination's not over by the Flame Tribe. And Hu Tao saying, all right, we got to get her out of here too. They said they still decided to fight as she goes flying, but Yuri steps out of the way. Yuri survives that encounter with Hu Tao, and Hu Tao goes crashing into the mat. Buys herself some time and buys even more time as a vertebreaker connects. Incredible offense by both of these teams so far. Yuri stepping back into the ring. But Hu Tao might have her right where she wants her, especially, ooh, hold on. Hu Tao, a misstep there, was hoping Yuri would come bouncing off the ropes. And instead now Yuri's the one, oh wait, who was focused for a second there. I think Bernice might have screamed in the ear of Yuri. She got a loud voice. But Yuri's still able to fight back. Yuri also working up a signature. After the onslaught of this, she's going for it. And Pedigree connects. First signature in this matchup. One. Bernice steps in quick. Steps in and distracts Yuri. And there's a quick pinfall. Doesn't have resiliency, but still doesn't need it. And it was the best wave, honestly, for Hu Tao to get up quickly. Stomps on Yuri's arm. Kicks her in the back. And Yuri forced to roll to the side. And Hu Tao saying, all right, I took my hit. You're completely fresh. Go after her. Go crazy. And now Bernice looks like she's going crazy. She slaps the cheeks, but she might be turning around into, oh my gosh, the Bernice boot. That wicked kick from Bernice. 1, 2. Breaking it up. Yuri does not have to burn resiliency. I think she might not have done it. Either way. And in the corner. Tried to go. Didn't go for the finisher, though. Oh my gosh, they keep distracting Yuri. And you know what? I get that. Yuri needs to always have her head on a swivel at this point. She just got attacked by Clover and Mew, her former tag team partner. Heavy shots to the Rumble winner. Shot to the back. She's got a finisher lined up. Will she hit? No, I was going to say, will she hit the climactic ending? Bernie's trying to drag Yuri, not the case. Still surviving, these two teams are putting on a show, and I'll tell you what, Bernice is almost, I was gonna say almost stunned, but I think these two are trying to work up what looks like their first time putting together a tag team move, and a big splash right afterwards. Big splash by the big last Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and that's broken up. And oh, is she going for another tag? No, she was going for Hu Tao for a second. No, she's going top rope. XL climbs to the heavens above and tried to go for a leg drop using those long legs. Didn't work out in her favor. Still a little bit stronger. Drags her over to her own corner and tosses Bernice center of the ring. Lifts Bernice back up. She's starting to feel the pain. In the corner again. Is a tag going to be made to Yuri? No. XL, she said she's firing on all cylinders, whips through, pinfall, oh, situation, no, doesn't let it stand. Bernice crawling for that tag, saying, we gotta get that tag. Sits down on her back. Lifted right back up. XL, I'm telling you guys, after Clover turned on her, XL has been fighting different. XL has been making moves, going for that same move again, still not going for the pinfall. Bernice able to jump and make that hot tag. Hu Tao now in. And Hu Tao a kick to the gut. And we've seen her do this before, spinning around before hitting that tombstone, dropping you right on your head. And here's the thing, she didn't go for the last will, but maybe I spoke too soon. She has her right where she wants her. She's wobbly, and she's down. Last will. Right to the top of the skull, right to the temple. Yuri has to break that up. Yuri has to break it up as she's tossed over the top rope, saying, all right, that's fine. One big top rope move, and ooh, Senton doesn't connect, and she stood right back up. Big, ooh, flying into that bulldog. XL knows Yuri's down and knows she can't tag in, but oh, she's setting something up. Big kick by once again the big last, and oh, a senton right afterwards. What a combination. And this time it's Hu Tao in trouble and the referee down as well. Nobody can come in to help anybody at this juncture. Hu Tao doesn't have resiliency built up. Neither does XL, but they may be going for a tag team finisher. But it was reversed by Hu Tao, and she's going off the ropes. She's doing a drop kick right to the chest. This has been awesome. Yuri calling, begging for that hot tag, knowing that Hu Tao's got that finisher again. Oh my gosh, a punch to the back. And a tag made to Bernice. No tag team maneuver as well. I'm not sure what Bernice was thinking there. I think I know what she might be thinking now, though. Oh, she was thinking, actually. She was thinking about that tag team finisher. The assisted burning hammer that she and Hu Tao do together. But instead, now it's XL, who might have her right where she wants her. Third time's the charm. Bernice has been unable to come up with any offense against that move specifically. Tag's been made, and now these two are doing great work against the contenders. As we said before, these two are excellent competitors in the AWE. They've both had their big moments. Yuri hasn't had one especially recently, and neither is Hu Tao. Some people said, hey, maybe either of these two could be washed. Reversal there. Knee trembler to the gut. Going after XL, but needs to focus on Yuri behind her. Gets her on the shoulders. Dropped with a detonation kick. And goes for the pinfall, admittedly. 1, 2. Not resiliency, not from Yuri. Not from Yuri, not resiliency, not yet. Bernice, I think, was thinking about that tag for a second. Instead, Yuri goes back to the corner, says, all right, never mind. You go in there, you have a finisher. Start to wear her down. Ooh, hold on. I thought it was going to be a Luthez press, but instead started with that and then went for a big hit afterwards. XL a little too large, and I'll tell you what, it looked like Bernice was going for that tag, but wasn't able to get it. This time, she says, well, if I couldn't do it that way, let's work together against her. What are they doing here? Shoulder tackle, and jumps up into a big splash, and look at the combinations from this tag team. The Flame Tribe, I don't know if I've seen a team, aside from like the Racket of Solm, work together like that on tag team offense. I have to admit it's kind of exhilarating to watch these two work together, however. Shot to the jaw. And Shades of Panette, I would be, no, it's not Shades of Panette, she turned it into a face buster. And now Hilly Churl, Silly Churl. She's doing that dance. Yo, she's doing a lot of dancing, actually. And XL forced to watch, and I think now she's looking, she's like, oh yeah, okay, never mind. You're gonna have to stay down for me. Hu Tao lifted right back up. I gotta point out that both teams have one finisher on lock, and it looks like they might be using theirs right now. No, reversal. Reversal by Hu Tao. Instead, returning fire into the other corner, XL's now in reversal mode, but she's unable to, didn't go for the tag team finisher. She went for the last will. She psyched her out. And Yuri's gonna have to come and break that up. That was the last will into the corner. And Hu Tao not happy about it. They know they gotta bring their A game because for 30 minutes they gotta go against the Racket of Solm at Ticket to Paradise. Burn is now tagged in. And that was a smart maneuver by this tag team. They know that Yuri can't come in. And maybe XL also just as brilliantly getting Yuri some time to come up before she steps back into the ring. Bernice has the signature ready. If she hits that Bernice boot again, luckily. Oh my gosh, she tried to hit that finisher. She tried to hit that kick. But Bernice had already backed herself into the corner, able to dodge it because of it. And crazy Hiyoko Extra Large not happy about it in the slightest. Oh, what is she doing here? Oh, we've seen her do this already before. Right down to the back of the neck. XL saw Bernice kick right back up, but I'll tell you what, if she throws her into that corner, it could be tag team finisher time with one elbow. Exactly what I thought. Yuri holds her hand up after the tag saying, it's gonna be me. And a big splash on the Bernice as well. Into the pinfall. That's not even one. Hu Tao there to break it up quickly. Now here's the thing. Yuri still has a signature. If she decides to use that signature, Hu Tao can't come in and help. And they've isolated Bernice. They've isolated the Rumble winner. And it looks like XL's realizing that. They're saying, we got attacked before this thing, but that don't mean we're standing down. Yuri, I believe, raged up. And she's calling for the climactic ending. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, and that is not all she wrote, but that is resiliency. I will tell you this, for a team that was put together by circumstance, they have been putting on a show. They have been putting on a high caliber performance. And again, it looks like she's going for that guillotine strike from the middle rope. Leg drop connects, sends her flying outside of the ring. They're going right back after Hu Tao. Last time they were able to stun Hu Tao, and they've done it again. This team... Oh, hold on. Actually sent Yuri into the ring. That's interesting. I was going to say, this team, they're going a little wild. As she's stepping in. Big kick. Uppercut by Bernice. Knows she needs some help. Trying to go top rope, but sees Yuri walk in. She has to step down. And takes Yuri down. Right now, both members of their team down inside of the ring. She's got to make that tag to Hu Tao, though, because right now, Bernice is in dire straits. After a big elbow drop to the heart. No! Bernice rolls out of the way. Headbutt. Catches her. Sends Yuri flying. And Hu Tao is back up. Oh, but is she not gonna try and tag her? And yet... Oh! Kick to the jaw first. Oh my gosh. I thought she was gonna try and do an arm breaker, but instead fooled her with a spear afterwards. Hu Tao back in. Bernice now has a finisher on lock. And it's you have to imagine, what are they gonna do at this juncture in time? Oh, reversal by Yuri. What's Yuri thinking here? Arm drag, goes for the pinfall. We're really close to the rope, so I'm not sure if that's gonna cause any sort of break. No. Right in front of the eyes of the referee. At 2.9, she gets her hands on the rope. I'll tell you what, when anything goes, that's not gonna work when she's up against the Racket of Solm. But right now, Yuri's looking to end this thing. The same thing that XL did, but this time broken up after it goes into a pinfall, rolled outside of the ring. Yuri not letting her body any time. Y'all, this match has actually gone crazy. These two teams have actually gone crazy. Lifting Hu Tao up. And again, cutter. Twisting cutter. I don't see a lot of people hit that in reality, but you know what? I have seen, I think, Nathan Frazier hit that on SmackDown. Hu Tao rolls back in the ring. She's busy celebrating, I think trying to get Crazy Oak Extra Large back in. Turns her around. May have baited XL. Knows that XL, I think, is closer to burning resiliency as she steps in. Hu Tao tries to send her into the corner, but XL is... I'm being 100% firing on all cylinders again, saying this move worked against your partner. It's going to work against you too. This time does go into the pinfall. Burners can't come in and help. That is not resiliency on Hu Tao. My gosh. Tag's been made. Here's the other deal. Hu Tao is out right now. If XL uses that finisher or just goes to tagging Yuri, I was going to say XL could have ended this match. Hu Tao is back up now, but XL could have ended this thing. Kick to the midsection. We saw this before. It almost worked on Hu Tao. They're the master of the sunset flip powerbomb. Long story is true. Going for a knee strike right to the face. Burners kips right back up. Seeing that as her opportunity, throws Yuri into the corner. Ooh, slides outside of the ring though. I think she was going for a turnaround move. But XL's legs were too long for it to do anything. Rolled through. Oh, lifts her high in the sky. Yuri then just lets XL get tagged in. Sets her up for something. I don't know what she's gonna do. At this juncture, she's running. Oh, and a big punch knocks her down. Y'all, I'll tell you what, XL and Yuri, they're working together like clockwork. And Yuri goes diving into Bernice. The Flame Tribe is down, but turns around. That's the one thing. Their flames might look dim, but they never burn out, is what I've been realizing from the Flame Tribe. Tossing Yuri back in. Yuri's got a signature and a finisher. Tried to hit that pedigree, I think. As Bernice dragging Yuri to the corner. What is she thinking here? Oh, I know exactly what she's thinking. Tosses her into the ropes. Has her on the shoulders. And that's the Bernice Burning Hammer. Goes for the pinfall. XL's going to have to get in there and break that thing up as well. Everybody, I was going to say... No, not anymore. I was going to say everybody has just one person in the ring and nobody can make a breakup, but that has changed in just a second. And here's the thing. If Hu Tao's able to hit that tombstone pile driver, 1, 2, and that's resiliency. If she can hit the last will, or if they connect with their tag team finisher, they may have just put an end to this fantastic tag team match. Not quite over yet. Flipping Hu Tao down and goes face first. You have to remember, Hu Tao does still have resiliency, and the tag has been made. This thing ain't over. Y'all, I didn't expect this tag team match to bang like this. But here we are. Twisting that arm, lifting her up, and goes for a big slam there. At this point, you got to be thinking about what is it going to take to win. What will it take to win as another tag is being made over to Yuri, who steps in. And I thought it was the last will for a second. That's not the case. Hu Tao's got the finisher. Bernice back in. You gotta pay attention. Bernice does not have resiliency, but neither does Yuri. Neither does Yuri. Yuri, however, does at least have a finisher on her hands. If she's able to get a hold of the situation, over to the corner. Big forearm strike. And goes for the pinfall. Hu Tao not coming in to help. And that's enough to put away the #1 contenders. Can you believe that they've done it? They even got attacked before the match. And they put away the Flame Tribe. We might need to see this tag team on the radar. What an incredible tag team outing. It could have gone either way down at the end. Well, they were already enemies, so I don't know what to tell you, game. I really do not know what to tell you. We must go on, though. Congratulations to Long Story putting away the Flame Tribe tonight. Even with interference from these two. Let's check it out and let's go on. And bring me back to the Stars Go. That's going to weigh heavily on the minds of the Flame Tribe. And you have to imagine if in the main event we see the tag team champions beat their opponents, I don't know. I don't know. That being said, we got ourselves a fantastic 1v1 between Tartaros versus Golden. I'll be real, I don't know if anything's gonna beat that tag team match tonight other than the tag team match that might be the main event. Because that match, that match that we just saw banged. All 4 of those competitors, they banged. As the Stars Go. Black. However, if anybody has the grit and determination to potentially do that, it's these two. It's champion versus champion. It's Tartaros versus Golden. They go 2-on-2, and they go tonight.
The following champion versus champion contest is
Yep.
scheduled for
They even said champion versus champion. Look at, he's like, I'm Fight Forever champion. He'll be defending that title at
78 pounds. The Action
Ticket to Paradise. Against who, though?
3.
Yet to be determined, but in the coming weeks, we will find out. Tartarosa, the best of luck to you. I can't get over the tag team match. That was great. That was good tag team wrestling from both teams. You love to see it. As stepping in, it is the Fight Forever champion. Tartaros has had one heck of a year. We talk about it all the time. Right now, he might be the longest running Fight Forever champion. He's gonna have an outing at Ticket to Paradise. He had an outing just recently at, OC Revolution. And speaking of things that happened at OC Revolution, in a massive gauntlet eliminator match, 5 minutes between every participant coming in, he came out in the starting 2, and he ran the whole gauntlet eliminator. He didn't just run it, he pinned every single person in it. Jags fan, the Caretaker, Bite, and the champion, David, pinned every single one of them. And he's going to the Golden Ticket match as well. He could do the same thing in the Golden Ticket match. Let's say he starts the Golden Ticket match. He could pin every single person. Golden, they broke the mold when they crafted that superstar. All eyes are on him at Ticket to Paradise on May 3rd. 5-3. Mark your calendars. You'll see him in action. But tonight, he goes toe-to-toe with Tartaros. These two have a little bit of history. They've been in the ring together multiple times, but Tartaros has never been able to put him away. But they've never done it truly 1v1. And he had the same qualms with Pinto. At OC Revolution, he went one-on-one with Pinto, and he put him away. He looks to do the same thing tonight with Golden. Golden more than happy to oblige. He's wanted this 1v1 for a while as well. Let's see if these two can tear the house down, tear the roof off of this unroofed dome as Tartaros starts off strong, because you gotta start off strong against Golden. You gotta get all the offense you can against this man's. Golden standing back up a little bit groggy. And right now, it's been all Tartaros. You gotta keep in mind, Tartaros is high in our power rankings. Tartaros is shockingly right now one of the greatest AWE superstars. As he gets slammed down, has put on incredible matches this year. Boom. There's a lot of dream matches that people are starting to book with Tartaros as he's on his retirement tour. When he goes home, he's going home for the last time. He will not be stepping through those ropes again. One. Just one. And Tartaros, some people are saying they want to see him against the likes of Golden for starters. This is a dream match for the both of them. You could see him, Cassius Bright versus Tartaros on this go home retirement tour. A lot could go on. We will see, however, what happens as this night goes on. Lifted right back up, tossed onto the ropes. And now there he is, a big old moonsault, standing moonsault. He has gotten the best of Golden so far in this combination. That his head hit Golden's mouth. Admittedly, that could have been like a concussion. He was going for some sort of tackle, and it was not pretty. Not pretty in the slightest, but you know what? It knocked Golden down for a second. I can't say it was effective, because Golden right now is mounting a major comeback on the outside. Golden, a master of knee strikes. And again, you see him go into the corner, you could see him strike Gold, and you could be looking up at the mat and hear the 1, 2, 3 without getting your shoulder up before you realize where you are. As we just said, Golden with these knee strikes, is going for a quick pin on Tartaros. That's one, and it's just one. It is just one, baby. The night rolls on. Rebellion. It is a stacked card tonight in Rebellion. Not the matches that you would think would be incredibly great, but now we're seeing these two go toe-to-toe. One. Just one. After that moonsault from the top rope, you have to imagine Golden's thinking, I have never really faced him 1v1, so he's going to have to put his whole body on the line. And you have to keep in mind that Golden also has to be thinking about his own self and his own body and everything that he's got going on, because imagine he gets injured in this fight, because Tartaros can take you to the limits. He might have to walk into Ticket to Paradise injured. And that's, you gotta imagine that's on his mind. That's something he truly wants to avoid. Because there's a chance that he starts off the Golden Ticket match in the chamber. Tartaros tossed to the outside. You can see him holding his back. That back, one of the main reasons he's going into retirement. Golden saying, alright, that's fine. I guess I'll put everything on the map. I'll put my body on the line, and that's what we love about Golden. We talked about maybe these things are on his mind, but he doesn't care. He's still out there to do what he does best and give it his all in the ring. And Shades of Klee, no, not quite Shades of Klee, reverses it. Ugh! And drops his head on the outside. Tartaros is looking worse for wear. We're at a count of 3. Count of 4. Oh no, not on the outside. Oh! Knee strike. Oh my gosh, he might win this thing by count out. We're at a count of 6. We're at a count of 7. Reversal of the finisher as well. We're about to be at 8, but Tartaros saying, no, I'll get you back in there. And he reverse strike Gold as well. Oh my gosh, Tartaros. He said, I ain't done yet. Codebreaker would win him the match against Mondo this past Friday. He's not too tired to capitalize. Golden does not have resiliency. 1, 2. And it's not enough. It's not enough. Tartaros starting to realize, what is it going to do to put this boy away? Missed that strike, and Golden off the ropes. Cutter! Connects. Both men still have resiliency. Nobody has it built up right now. Tartaros has his back turned to Golden. And Golden, we've seen him do this before. Ugh! Right into the pinfall. That's one, that's two, and that's resiliency from Tartaros. He's hurting, and he's hurting bad. He's saying it's time for Gold to strike. And he's off, and Tartaros steps out of the way. Tartaros able to step out of the way. And the code breaker! Again with the code breaker! That's one! That's two! And that's resiliency from Golden. It is anybody's match. These two are giving it everything they've got. Golden up in suplex position. Ooh, taken down with a Falcon's Arrow. Starting to feel the effects of being in this match. Just like earlier. A little taunt, but this time Tartaros is the one who hits the move. We're spilling back to the outside. The ring cannot contain these two men. Two of the greatest in OC division history. Tartaros lifted right back up. And you have to think about that. Tartaros also never, oh my gosh, having held that OC championship. Ugh. But has still made a name for himself. It's like Ashi. Like Ashi, who has never held the OC championship, has certainly made a name for herself. Man. Yanking at those knees and a stomp to the face. Tartaros busted open. That seems to be the case. It feels like the wounds that he got inflicted by Kyutaro have never quite healed up entirely. Now he's stunned outside the ring. Stunned outside the ring at a count of 6. Golden, I was going to say, certainly not trying to win this thing by countout. Whips him back into the ring. Golden trying to recover a little bit at a count of 7. And what is this? Oh no, reversal! A shocking reversal. And he stops him from jumping off the ropes. But Golden not stopped so easily. But does have a finisher on lock. But Tartaros sends him flying, saying, I gotta get him down, I gotta get him down fast. Lifts Golden right back up. Has him up on his shoulder and drives his face onto the turnbuckle. Now both men busted open. Golden, that might have knocked him out. The reflex, the knockout reflex didn't knock him out. And Tartaros beside himself saying, what do I have to do to prove that I can beat you? As he sends Golden flying. Neither of these two men privy to give up. And reversal. Shoulder block. Standing moonsault doesn't connect. Golden steps out of the way. Try to go off the ropes. Tartaros knows him too well. Saying, I can't let you jump off those ropes. One cutter from those ropes and I could be as good as gone. Golden on the verge of being stunned, and he is. Tartaros has essentially everything that he needs to try and put away Golden. Has him in the corner. Oh, misses that punch, but gets the second one. Throws Golden out of the way. And a bulldog from the middle rope. Tartaros heads to the corner. Could this be the beginning of the end? He's calling away to put him down with a punt kick right to the skull. But he knows that's not going to be enough for Golden. It's 2 finishers on lock. Is he going to hit this one? Golden gets the elbow up, but ducks the clothesline. Tartaros still on top. Roll through by Golden, and Golden hits and move right to the jaw of Tartaros in the last seconds of this fight. 1, 2, and that is 3. What a brawl. Mondo? What's Mondo doing here? Now it's Mondo who's not too happy about what's going on. Maybe Mondo saying everyone's been interrupting my matches. I haven't been able to get my head straight. Now Mondo attacking Golden and Tartaros. Well, I have questions to say the least. Mondo, why? Golden wins that match, and of course, going on to Golden Ticket as we know, but who will be joining him? We'll find out between these three tonight. It is Itto versus Golden Freddy versus Ganon in a triple threat match to find out who joins the field. I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what. Can you imagine Itto winning this whole thing? Oh, as the stars go. Like, I was gonna say, can you imagine Itto winning this whole thing? We don't have to talk about Itto yet, because out first, it's everyone's favorite superstar. We've put him in a charging pod, and he's back up and ready to go. Through the fog of the Pizzaplex, it's Glamrock Freddy. Yo, this thing is also 500 pounds? I guess it's a steel animatronic. I suppose that is the case. That is fair. A big ol' heavy robot walking down in the ring, but he's up against two very intense opponents. One who has just proved that he's not the biggest boy flop of all time. Can you imagine if Itto wins this thing, able to put away the Fred man and the Ganon man? Unsure if he's gonna be able to do it, but it's gonna be a good match regardless. I was gonna say, honestly, three big guys, because Itto's no small chump either. One of these three, however, will be facing off against our current Golden Ticket participants. Who will join Golden, Von Lycan, and Gin? I got no idea, but I'm excited to find out. So let's see. That was Freddy, and here comes. Just recently in a battle of the boy flops, he proved that he is not a boy flop himself.
First, representing the fallen,
ladies and gentlemen,
pits of hell, weighing in at 230 pounds,
Arataki Itto. There's a lot of people in this world who think to themselves, Itto's lost. And here's the thing, Itto can never challenge for the All-Star Championship again. I don't know how that relates if he has the Golden Ticket opportunity. Could he still cash in on the All-Star Championship? It's a different contract, you know? Would he not do it out of, merit of his original deal? Or is he potentially thinking about, hey, I want to get that thing back? I'm not sure. But Itto, there he is. A hero in his own right. And at the very least, is not a bigger boy flop than Kevin. Look at Glamrock Freddy just over on the side like, yeah, he is not a boy flop. However, I think they both need to team up against this man because he's a little bit scary. In his first match in the AWE, the referee stared him down and he still shot Eggman in the face with a fireball. Which is a little crazy. But I digress. Ganondorf is here. The Demon King. He's strutting down to the ring and he's a scary man. That man's, I have a little bit of fear in my soul for Ganon, but you know what? It ain't over till it's over. He slides backwards into the ring. Of course, after this, we'll have 4 competitors already named for this Golden Ticket bout, which means outside of the one competitor for your votes, there will be, of course, a last chance, either Royal Rumble or Battle Royale of sorts, to see who will earn that final spot in Golden Ticket. Everyone wants to prove their worth tonight. And as they do so, the night begins. I was gonna say, the two biggest opponents in the ring right now going against each other. Back elbow by Itto. And Ganon just stepping out of the way and then running through Itto. And no, not Golden Freddy. I'm sorry. There's mini Freddys. Hold on, Itto, goodness gracious, goes for a pinfall on Freddy early, but it ain't nearly enough. We got a 1 count, though. Wait, hold on, he's trying to take it to both of these massive behemoths, but now he seems to have made maybe too many enemies, but he's still standing on his feet. In fact, he might be the only person who hasn't really been down too much in this fight. Itto before he proved he's not the biggest of the boy flops. Now he's trying to win this thing, potentially following Yosuke's footsteps, except not turn into a conceited douchebag. And now Itto again rolling through German into a Pele kick. But Freddy catches a leg. Ooh, dragon screw right onto the knee. And now we have a kendo stick in play. He slapped it out of the hands. Oh, we forgot. Freddy go kind of crazy. I completely forgot Freddy go kind of crazy. Last time Freddy was in like a multi-man match, I think to qualify for the Fight Forever Championship, he went nuts. Mans went crazy. I think he murdered like a child. I think he murdered Gin in that fight. I don't 100% recall, but he did some shenanigans. He sure did. And now it looks like he might be murdering Itto. Ganon right behind him, waiting for Freddy to come back up, but unable to stop this hulking robot. But Itto puts all of his Oni presence into that big boot. Oh my gosh. Ganon displaying his strength. Can you imagine a world where Ganondorf is our Mr. Golden Ticket? Can you imagine a world where Ganondorf walks out as Mr. Golden Ticket? I refuse to believe he would hold it for long. I think the second he sees an opportunity, however, Cassius Bright versus Ganon might bang. Pure good versus pure evil? That does sound like it bang, actually. That sounds like it would bang. Slam down. They might just have to go at it regardless. The knee. Tossed inside of the ring, and again, this time Itto, able to reverse, essentially feeding Glamrock Freddy to, feeding Ganon to Glamrock Freddy at a count. 1. Just a 1. I was gonna say, Itto's gonna need to get in there and kind of pick up the scraps and stay healthy in this bout. Ganon almost has worked up a signature maneuver. Freddy's used up a lot of his signature bar, but is getting close to getting a finisher. He's gotten a lot of offense in this fight so far, and Itto's back is about to get a lot of damage in. Onto the apron. You hate to see it. Okay, yeah, no, not just damage onto the apron. He deadlifts him, and Freddy slams him down, and Ganon takes full advantage, saying, all right, that works out perfectly for me. Lifting up the 500-pound animatronic with ease, saying, yeah, I do this. I do this for sport. Itto walking around saying, I'm gonna need a little help to deal with these two. And that help is in the form of a table, which he doesn't get a chance to use because Ganon wants him dead. Ganon wants everyone to no longer be moving or breathing in this fight. That being said, one of the people is not breathing because they are literally an animatronic. Nobody trying to stay in the ring too long in this battle. Hey, but Itto got lucky, man. He was able to knock that thing out of Freddy's hand. If that stayed in there, it was going to be bad news for him. Itto jumping into the ring, ready for Freddy. Sends him into the corner, and a big ol' uppercut. But now he's got to turn around because Ganon's right there, and he turns around with a big back elbow. Itto's fired up. He's got a signature on lock. It would be stupid of him to use rage right now, so he better not do it. He's got this much until he's at a finisher. Oh, man. And the signature was indeed reversed. Itto up in the sky, and he's down. Down, 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 down. Or not. He's, okay, well, again, and that's enough. Itto, he's having all the blood rush to his little brain. What are you doing? He needs that brain to be fully functional. Ooh, oh, he misses that. And you know what? He may have missed that solely because he doesn't know where he is right now. He's dizzy from all the blood rushing to his head. And Ganon's just waiting. Ganon's waiting to, ooh, goodness gracious, strong arms Freddy. But Itto is still unable to hit a move on Ganon there. Itto able to go to the gut of Ganon. Freddy, big clothesline to the back of the neck. Itto wisely rolling out of the ring. Ganon lifted up by the animatronic. Maybe we don't need Link. Maybe we just need a superstar to beat Ganondorf. Shot to the thigh, saying, hey, Ganon, burn resiliency for me, baby. 1. Okay, get a 2 count at least for me, baby. Is what Freddy was probably thinking. Able to duck out of the way of that shot from the baseball bat, but now has to again contend with Ganon, who hits a power slam onto that baseball bat, but Itto was ready for him. 1 and Oni. 1, 2. He still didn't burn resiliency. Oh boy. Oh boy, but I'll tell you what, even though Ganon didn't burn resiliency, Freddy's pretty much fully okay in terms of vitality. In terms of vitality, it's all good for Freddy as he hits that sunset flip power bomb. Itto better be careful. Freddy has a signature and a finisher. If he makes Freddy upset, oh, what is he doing here? Itto punching Freddy in the face. We're at a dangerous little move here. Oh, we've seen him go high flying before, standing Spanish fly. The endoskeleton rocked as Ganon's just posing on the outside. Trying to go for the same move again, potentially. No, he's got a sledgehammer in hands instead, saying, all right, I gotta dismantle this robotic creature. I gotta break him apart bolt by bolt and screw by screw. Oh. Dragged over onto the ropes. Ganon is the one who rages up. Oh my gosh, what is he? Oh no! Oh gosh! Ugh! But Freddy catches him and may have just saved Itto's life. Senton right after into the pinfall. That's 1. That's 2. And that's still not resiliency. Clyde also got banged up because of that, but look at Clyde. Stands right back up. That's a legend. That's a certified G, bona fide thug. Freddy, 1, 2. Hold on, a little 2 count. Still has a lot of vitality, but still got a little 2 count. Ganon runs right into a knee. Freddy has 2 finishers, so Freddy in a little bit of danger. Hold on, Itto again with a suplex onto the Glamrock animatronic. It's Oni versus Demon versus animatronic in what is the strangest triple threat we may have ever had, but boy, are they giving it their all. Boy, are they. Oh, hold on. Big dodge, big weave. Wait, reversal into a DDT. Itto is actually putting on the performance of a lifetime for himself. Maybe knows that this is his best opportunity to win a world title again in the AWE, but that world title dream may have just been saved by Freddy because here comes the Glam Slam. Y'all, Ganon was just about to hit that finisher on Itto, but I think Freddy just saved his life and won. Well, didn't win the match. It ain't over. It definitely ain't over. And I want to point out, so far, the only one who's eaten any finishers in this fight is Ganondorf. That's why these two are still so high up. Off the rope stunner. Freddy saying, I might have one for you as well. Turns him around because here comes the Glam Slam. Caught his face on the rope, too. Going for the pinfall. After that, it might be as good as gone. No resiliency burned. After that Glam Slam, no resiliency burn. Ganon walk into the back. Looking at these two, not too happy about it. As I'm on the shoulders, Itto was going for that signature. And instead, Freddy's trying to murder this man's. Wait, Freddy, come on. Wait, Freddy Freddy, hold on a minute. Wait, Freddy, come on. Freddy, 3? He shifted into overdrive, man. I don't know if Itto can breathe anymore. I don't know if Itto's a non-concussed. That was his signature. He brought out 3 crossroads for his signature. That's crazy. Itto has him on the shoulders again. Last time, Freddy was able to get out of it. This time, detonation kick connects. Itto scrambling around, realizing, okay, how do I beat this thing? How do I beat this bear? Freddy up, sends him down. Rage is up. Itto now realizing, hold on, if I can hit these 2 finishers, 2 one and onis, it could be all she wrote. And speaking of, has him up 1 and oni. He's got to get him back in the ring, though. No, Itto, you have to get him back in the ring, too, not just yourself. He's saying, come on, get in here. Never mind, I'll get out there, Itto, baby. Sweet baby bean. He saw him getting up, saying, all right, okay, now I just got to wait for him. And then he gets back out. I'm not sure what he's... You know what? That was a real turnabout way to deliver some body shots to Freddy. Ooh, hold on. Both of them missing their moves. Freddy taking a little bit longer to get up. He is a behemoth after all. Sends Itto into the ring. Itto is playing a dangerous game, though, as he does not have resiliency built up. Freddy, at the very least, does. But he sees that he's faster than Freddy. Freddy able to dodge out of the way. Itto ducking and dodging as well. Has him on the ropes. Big knee shot. Maybe enough. Wait, he's not done yet. Big knee shot and a moonsault that doesn't land. And Freddy looking to take advantage, saying that might be enough to put away the one and only. And it is not. Freddy was maybe half a second away from experiencing a golden opportunity. But instead, Itto leaves the ring in search of something that can help him. He's realizing, okay, this thing is dangerous. Let me get this old sledgehammer back. And a couple extra shots to Freddy. Are you ready for Frederick? Has him up in the sky. I thought he was going for the glam slam, but instead slams Itto's neck right onto that sledgehammer handle. A couple punches to Itto's face. Waiting, watching, waiting. Lifting Freddy. I'm sorry, Freddy lifting. Oh! Itto up. Itto able to get right back up. However, if Itto gets stunned here, he's saved himself so far. He's going to need one good reversal. Otherwise, he might be doomed. No, Mans is stunned. Freddy has a signature and a finisher, and he's not worried about getting him in the ring either. He's worried about putting him away, and here's the thing. The longer this goes on, the more likely it is one of these two is going to end up with an injury going in to Ticket to Paradise. Okay, you remember when there was this battle of the boy flops? Well, Itto's had a couple questionable decisions in this match. At the very least, he's been fighting a 7-foot-tall animatronic. And he's been doing a good job of it. Itto walking around, thinking about what he should be doing next. Getting in the ring is probably what he should be doing. He kicks the whole sledgehammer out of his hands, and oh no! Hey, Freddy, this is a little bit uncalled for, Freddy. This is just like this is blunt force trauma, and that's not even the right move, my guy. Come on, man. Wait, sweep the leg. Itto trying to survive. Knows he was close to being stunned. Yo, they both still have resiliency, too. That being said, they could catch each other off guard without resiliency built up. And at this point, I think any pinfall will do it. Honestly, for both Freddy and Itto. Freddy, who's also almost stunned. Itto really loves that sledgehammer. He's like, man, I do this better than Dedede. Oh, both missing. But Itto, the one still on his feet. But Freddy, the one who's able to hit his finisher. No, not onto the apron. Not onto the apron! His chin! Did you see his chin ricochet his head back? Right onto the apron. Oh, no. Oh, Itto might be out cold. He's not. He was able to get up. That's the power of the Oni. Goodness gracious. That bump was unreal. And now he's wailing away on Freddy, saying, all right, okay, yeah, no, we can't have that. I almost died there. Oh, and Freddy with a monkey flip. But you know whose monkey flip was higher? Mojo Jojo. Ain't nobody do it like him. Ain't nobody do it like him. Freddy with an elbow drop. And I want to point out, Freddy has damage on all of his ligaments, all of his joints, all of his everything. And now starting to realize, all right, into the ring is how we win this match. Itto scrambling to stand up before Freddy gets back in, because if he's able to get the advantage here, and he will not get the advantage here, instead he's going to get hit with that grand slam. Glam slam connects. 1, 2, resiliency's burned by Itto. I want to point out it's not over yet for Itto. He does have 2 finishers on lock. But I'll tell you what, even a kick to the back right there could have been enough to end this match. Freddy's like, I will kick him in the back. And that kick in the back injured him. That was really like a kick to the small of the spine. Freddy going back outside the ring. That's really not what Itto wanted to see. Freddy standing back into the ring saying, all right, maybe I will just kill him. Oh no, oh no, he's gonna, oh wait. Itto survives, turns Freddy around. Is he going for it? Has him up. 1 and Oni connects. Freddy does have resiliency built up. 1, 2, will he use it? He does. And as I said earlier, now it's anybody's match, but Itto's the one who's hurting, and he's hurting bad. His back is injured. If he wins this thing, he could be going into Ticket to Paradise. Not at 100%, the last thing you want to see. Into the corner, big splash, he's still there. Oh, he jumped back in, but he jumped into Freddy's arms, and ladies and gentlemen, he's got him up, and he's got him down. Full legs first into the trash can, and a heavy animatronic arms into the face, and he's calling for it one more time, and look at the positioning. If this hits, it could be the end of Itto. Luckily not into the trash can, but ladies and gentlemen, as he stares over at the commentators, Glamrock Freddy moves on to the golden ticket match.
Here is your winner, the Rocker.
Hey, you know what? I gotta tell you. I can't in a million years call Itto a boy flop after surviving for so long against those 2 behemoths. But Freddy might just be it. A lot of people's pick for golden ticket may have just changed after seeing that massive animatronic take the stage as the stars go. Black. Glamrock Freddy joins the field, and what could be a hard-hitting golden ticket match. That being said, it is main event time. It is Clover and Mew versus the Racket of Solm. 2v2. Earlier tonight, I'll tell you what, Yuri and XL, they were able to impress. Even after being attacked by the 2 who are in this match right now. But I'll tell you what, this main event has potential to bang. So as the stars go, Black, let's kick things off. Hold on a minute. Oh my gosh. Turnabout is fair play. Oh my gosh! Y'all, the heat between those 2 teams is something fierce. XL and Yuri saying, okay, yeah, we'll stoop down to your level. Oh, do you hear the rain of boos from Mew? That's crazy. You have to remember, Mew just had a tough match against Rinka this Friday. She just got, like, schmurdered by Rinka. Oh, the girls, the Racket of Solm, they're just so good. I didn't even get to talk so much about Racket of Solm. Sent him down. Here's the thing. Racket of Solm, they're going to prove, hey, we're number one, and we're going to show you what it's all about. It's about isolation. They are keeping Mew from making that tag. When you fight Racket of Solm, they analyze your team, and they pick you apart. Big shot, because look here. Mew's on the verge of being stunned. Runs to the ropes, jumps to the top. Hold on, Mew. Trying to turn things around, takes Panette down. Throws her into the corner. Looking for the tag to Clover. First tag they've ever made as a team. And, ooh, hold on. The speed of that clothesline turns Panette around and immediately going into a submission move. Not in the slightest is that going to be enough to take down the longest reigning tag team champion of all time. The first ever 3-time tag team champion, as that knee strike lays Clover out. Stomp to the ankle. But taken down right back. Clover staring down at the champions. Clover hates the Racket of Solm, saying, I didn't end. Going flying on Panette. I didn't end your tag team championship reign, the history-making one, but hey, maybe in the future I'll be able to end your third reign and have my first one as tag team champion up over again. And Clover unable to get one over on Panette in that instance. Gets the leg up though. Yanking the arm and sending Panette going flying. Marin, I was going to say, completely fresh in this competition as Clover goes to make the tag right back to Mew. Yeah, the audience, they don't like these two. Oh, no. Ooh! Knee strike to the throat by Panette, and for the first time in this match, Marin's in. Ooh, and taken down quickly by Mew. There's a world where both the challengers and the champions for the tag team titles lose in tag team matches tonight. Was going for a wicked kick there. Almost reminiscent to the coolest kick in town. Reversal by Marin and a shot to the back of Mew's knee. Rolled in. Into the corner. Marin thinking about, what are you thinking about here? Oh, try to go for that bulldog. Mew pushes her over. I was going to say, Mew might have that bulldog scouted now. Marin's been pulling that out a little bit more often as a tag's been made. These two need to make frequent tags, given they were attacked before this matchup. Ooh! Twisting into a senton and an elbow drop. Clover eats a drop kick. Clover has disrespected Marin, has used moves from essentially everyone in the Racket of Solm. And I'm sure Marin said, any opportunity I have to get my hands on Clover, I welcome it. But right now, Clover may be getting the most of the Racket of Solm. Into the pinfall. That's one, but it's two. It is two. I assume Marin's got a whole lot of fight left. May have missed that one for just a moment. Reversing. And doesn't go for the attack there. Instead goes for the tag to Panette. Sees that Panette has the signature already ready. But now look at this. These two still making those frequent tags. And a double super kick right to the jaw of Panette. And going after Marin too. The boos are crazy. This is Dominic Mysterio level heat as Mew claps the cheeks. Panette drags her to the ropes. What is she thinking here? Yanking at the arm, saying, get on down. And here's that brawler mentality, throwing every hand and fist and elbow right to the face of Mew, unwilling to get up. But Mew tries to trip her up. Panette fires back, whips through, and a knee right to the head again, pushes her down. Tag's been made to Marin. Panette keeps that signature while wearing Mew down even further. Breaks at the arm, goes for a quick pinfall. These two have already been hurt. 1, 2. For a moment there, I was like, did she beat her like that? Could you imagine? Marin goes after Clover. As I said, Racket and Solm, they do not like Clover. They hate them some Clover as, ooh! Mew steps out of the way. And boy, did Marin pay for it. She went nose first onto the ground. And the audience, they don't like that. Oh, but a reversal there. Mew goes into the barricade. Marin more than happy to say, hey, we'll beat you by countout, and I'm gonna get you again. Drop kick Clover sent out, but has to focus back on Mew. Mew able to get Marin from behind, slips her up and down. Trembling those legs, but a reversal by Marin and a kick right to the face of Mew. Tag's been made to Panat. Mew's still down. Clover the only one in this fight right now who doesn't have a signature. Up and planted onto the knee. Gotta keep that in mind. Everyone, actually Mew doesn't have a signature either. She's like a hair away from it. She has it now. I was like, if she gets hit by anybody, she's gonna get a signature. And she does have that word to count of 2. Punch right to the jaw. Ooh, but Mew actually fires back, and Clover was waiting for that to happen. And that may have been perfect timing and perfect tag team offense by those two, as she's now in the corner. And a kick right there, and a tag has been made. Looks like she's got a DDT. No, I'm not sure what's going on here. Ooh! Little flying lariat as Mew's waiting for her to get back up, as she's got a signature and a finisher on lock. Panat able to get herself reorchestrated. Panat also has a finisher. That is an important note to hit, as now, oh my gosh. I was gonna say Panat was groggy there. She was almost out cold, and she's this close to being stunned. In fact, now she is stunned, and she's in the corner. Well, no, she's no longer in the corner, but I was gonna say, if she wants to be in the corner, if Mew wants her to be, she can get her there. They could hit their tag team finisher right then, right there, but instead, Mew looking to embarrass the tag team champions and kicks Panat right in the cheeks. Right between the cheeks, as Panat trying, crawling to make that tag. Clover saying that's not gonna happen. Able to weave out of the way the offense there. And it's a nasty DDT. Panat a little bit worse for wear. Marin not coming to break it up. 1. Oh, well, that's why. It was 1, that's why. Fair enough. Clover. Oh, she's looking for move theft. She's trying to steal the Wyvern Sleeper, but a reversal by Panat and a flying punch. Panat sick and tired of Clover stealing their moves. An elbow right to the jaw, and a stomp right to the arm. Tags Marin in. And Clover realizing, oh no, the fresh one. Into the corner, and a tag right back in. Pardon me, maybe confusing. Look at the speed on that. Oh my gosh. And then a senton right afterwards into the pinfall. 1. And that's just 1 as well. I'd like to point out, I know earlier I said I haven't seen such tag team combinations like by the Flame Tribe since the Racket of Solm, and that's why I mentioned the Racket of Solm, because they are the greatest the greatest women's tag team. I digress. The greatest tag team in the history of the AWE. Doesn't matter if they're men or women, they are just the greats. They are the number ones. Clover with a reversal. Tackle of her own. Takes Panat down and slams her face into the mat. Tags made to Mew. Mew's got a signature and finisher on lock. Could start to put away this match, as Panat's lifted right back up. But reversal by Panat. She's in the corner, but a big reversal by Mew. And now, Clover accidentally hits Mew. And Panat takes full advantage of it, yelling, alright, that's between you and your partner. Stay down. And a tag's been made to Marin. We know what she likes to do when she steps in, but Mew not letting it happen. Now going after Panat. And now seeing Marin in position. Beautiful punch setting up. That's how tag teams work. K2 by Marin, a kick and an elbow. And into the corner, and a stunned Mew stomping a mud hole in her. And the stomps continue, and she's still going for it. Has her on the apron, woo! Guillotine. Racket of Solm is fired up, and baby, it's time to go. Boom! Or it would have been if Mew didn't roll right out of the way. And now Mew's the one saying, it's time for me to hit my piece. Catches her by the face and slams her down to the mat. But Marin gets the foot up. Those kicks, they're devastating, they're dangerous, and now Panette's the one who's tagged in. As we said, Panette has a signature finisher on the ready. Turns her around. Oh, she was trying to use that signature, didn't work out in her favor, was thinking about that concussion clause, and instead may have to think about the Wyvern Sleeper. Oh, neck breaker. But using Mew's own arm against her and crawls into the pinfall, knowing right now that Clover didn't help her partner and they had to burn resiliency. And I'll tell you what, if this Wyvern Sleeper connects, and it does, Clover, you gotta come in. And she's gotta get in there quick. Clover can't come and help anymore. And Panette just stares her down. Wait, we're at a count of 2. I was gonna say, we've never seen anybody lose like that. That is the one thing we have never seen. Mew burns resiliency first in this brawl. Racket of Solm not letting her up. Ooh, went for a drop kick, but instead, Mew rolled through with Marin. And hits a dragon screw onto that knee. Mew's got a lot of fight has to do a lot of fight rather to turn this whole thing around. Because right now, if Marin decides for just a moment, like, you know, maybe it's time to the coolest kick in town, it could be over. Mew's got to make that tag as well. Marin rolls out of the ring. Ooh, hold on. And instead, Clover's now in the ring. Can't make a tag if you're in the ring. Oh, hold on. Outside the ring, looking for a bowing DDT. But it looks like it might have hurt Mew's back. Count of 3. You know this team would be happy to win this thing by count out. And a double stomp to Marin. Count of 5. But Mew's so exhausted, she's not able to capitalize either. Count of 6. Marin instead steps back into the ring. Mew? I was gonna say, Mew is a count of 8. Oh, Marin not paying attention. Was too busy. Tried to hit that coolest kick in town, actually. She was ready for it. Instead, Mew has her up and down with a power bomb. Clover's knocked out. Panette's knocked out. But now Mew gets drop kicked right in the chest. Lifted right back up. And the coolest kick in town connects. Clover nowhere to be seen. Out cold on the outside. 1, 2, and that is the champions coming out on top. You have to imagine right now what must be going through Hu Tao and Burnus's minds. They were set up with the same situation, except one team worked much better together. We'll see how that plays out. Maybe those two will switch. Panette's like, yeah, yeah. She's feeling herself. You know what, Panette? I vibe with that. Good on you, girl. That is our show. That is our rebellion, fraught with a lot of tag team action. These two teams despise each other, and they might have to go at it somewhere down the road, or down a beaten path, or maybe even at Ticket to Paradise. I'll talk to our general managers tonight. Is over. Thank you all so much for watching. I am gonna take off real quick because I need to get with my general managers, and we need to make sure that not only that we're secure in everything, because a Shuichi popping up, that's a red flag. That's a big old red flag. Actually, let's take a step back, because we didn't do a quick recap of the tag team champions winning. Glamrock Freddy goes on to the Golden ticket match. Golden beats Tartaros in an amazing 1v1, but was attacked afterwards by Mondo. Yuri and XL actually beat the contenders to the tag team titles. And lastly, King Dedede was taken down by another JoJo reference. And this is what we got, apparently. Wario's cleared. Good for him. Clover and Mew have taken their rivalry to a personal level. It's been personal. It started personal. Mondo rampaged through the ring, taking out Tartaros and Golden after their match. Itto has suffered an injury after facing off with an animatronic. And of course, in another disturbing display of aggression, XL and Yuri, the two superstars, openly assaulted their rivals Mew and Clover. The contempt leaves some people questioning if they're even concerned about winning matches against their opponent or if they just want to hurt them. That's what I'm talking about. These two teams, they hate each other. These four, it's something to prove. And tonight, Yuri and XL prove that they're willing to go a step down to stare down at eye level Clover and Mew. That is our show. That is Rebellion. Thank you all for watching. Once again, a reminder, this Friday will be a Fracture, but it will be a premiere instead of a live stream, because I will be out of town. So get excited for it. It'll still be a great Fracture. I look forward to what Navia has to produce. I am taking off, though. Until next time, I will see you guys live at some point, but we'll be back this Friday. So Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you for watching.
Coming to flex, this that Midwest, meal prep, coming from one of the best. Watch me